My dear students, today we will go through few prominent books written by Mark Twain. Samuel Langhorne Clemens is internationally known by his pen name Mark Twain, the author of numerous works. Twain's legacy includes two classic American novels, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, both of which are still read and studied worldwide. Born in 1835, Twain grew up in Hannibal, Missouri and left school after the fifth grade. He worked as a typesetter and a reporter for the local newspaper and became a riverboat pilot on the Mississippi River. Twain claimed that he had invented his pseudonym from his riverboat experiences and he had earlier adopted the pen name Thomas Jefferson Snodgrass. Twain followed his brother to Nevada, where he quickly abandoned mining in favor of writing for the Virginia City newspaper. In 1865, Twain's story, The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County, brought him international renown. Eventually, he moved east, settling in Connecticut, where he died in 1910. A humorist and lecturer, Twain had friendships with presidents, kings, and celebrities. His name lives on, among other ways, in numerous community and school names. Along with the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor, awarded annually through the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. Adventures of Tom Sawyer is one of the best novels in American literature written by Mark Twain. In this novel, Mark Twain tells a story of an imaginative, mischievous boy named Tom Sawyer, lives with his aunt Polly and his half-brother Sid in the Mississippi River town of St. Petersburg, Missouri. After playing hooky from school on Friday and dirtying his clothes in a fight, Tom is made to whitewash the fence as punishment on Saturday. At first, Tom is disappointed by having to forfeit his day off. However, he soon cleverly persuades his friends to trade him small treasures for the privilege of doing this work. He trades these treasures for tickets given out in Sunday school for memorizing Bible verses and uses the ticket to claim a Bible. As a young boy, Tom always finds opportunities to engage in adventures. Along with other two friends, Huck and Joe, Tom went to an island to become pirates. Mark Twain did not forget to add the colors of love in this novel. Tom falls in love with Becky. When he went back to school, Tom gets himself back in Becky's favor after he nobly accepts the blame for a book that she has ripped. When they had another adventure at the graveyard, they witnessed a murder. It was done by Joe in June. But the police arrested Mr. Porter, who was innocent on this case. When Robinson murder case trial started, Tom approached the court and testified that Mr. Porter is innocent. Thus, the court declared that Mr. Porter is acquitted. Through this incident, Tom proved that he is morally strong and enough able to stand for others. In fact, the book shows the joy of childhood as well as the acceptance of change. But most of all, it reveals that We all have a little Tom Sawyerness. Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is a sequel of the novel Adventures of Tom Sawyer, written by Mark Twain. Huck or Huckleberry Finn is a fictional character created by Mark Twain who firstly appeared in the book The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. If you didn't read the first book, Adventures of Tom Sawyer, you have to read, then only you will get a clear idea on this book. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, novel by Mark Twain, published in the United States in 1885. The novel tells the story of Huck, who runs away from his abusive father and with his companion, the runaway slave Jim, makes a long and frequently interrupted voyage down the Mississippi River on a raft. During the journey, Huck encounters a variety of characters and types in whom the book memorably portrays almost every class living on or along the river. As a result of these experiences, Huck overcomes conventional racial prejudice and learns to respect and love Jim. In fact, Huck is an uneducated, superstitious boy, the son of the town drunkard, although he sometimes is deceived by tall tales. Huckleberry Finn has been taken by Widow Douglas and her sister, Miss Watson, who intend to teach him religion and proper manners. Huck soon sets off on an adventure to help the widow slave, Jim, escape up the Mississippi to the free states by allowing Huck to tell his own story. Through this novel, Mark Twain addresses America's painful contradiction of racism and segregation in a free and equal society. Huckleberry Finn's world is a brutal one. From his own father's shack to the house of the apparently genteel Grangerfords to the Fells farm where Jim is enslaved and Tom is shot. Huck is immersed in deadly violence. The only place he finds tranquility is on the river with Jim. My dear students, you should read Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, and also Tom Sawyer Abroad and Tom Sawyer Detective. All these are the series books written by Mark Twain. Hope you should read and enjoy the pandemic time.